Immerse yourself in the practice of acceptance. In today's message, I'm going to address one of the greatest barriers to tranquility: resistance. Much of our suffering, the reflections suggest, comes not from life itself, but from our refusal to accept it as it is. Acceptance is not resignation or defeat, but a profound alignment with reality. By learning to accept, we free ourselves from the constant tension of trying to force life into a shape it was never meant to hold. Before we dive further into today's topic, do me a favor, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and give the video a thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. Alright, let's continue. The struggle against our acceptance begins by acknowledging how often we resist the present moment. We wish situations were different, people were different, or even we ourselves were different. This resistance creates friction in the heart. The more we struggle against what is, the less peace we experience. Yet, paradoxically, life continues to unfold regardless of our resistance. By fighting reality, we exhaust ourselves without changing the truth. Acceptance, then, becomes a doorway to peace, not because it erases pain, but because it allows us to live with life rather than against it. Many people misunderstand acceptance as weakness, as if accepting life means surrendering to despair or giving up on growth. On the contrary, acceptance is strength. It takes courage to face reality honestly. To deny, suppress, or fight endlessly is far easier. But to look at life clearly, acknowledge it as it is, and still choose peace, that is a deeper kind of power. Think of acceptance like water flowing around a rock. The water does not resist or attack the obstacle. It simply adapts, finds its path, and continues forward. Likewise, acceptance allows us to move through challenges with resilience, rather than being stuck in bitterness. A crucial part of this message is the ability to focus on accepting ourselves. Many of us live in constant conflict with our own being, criticizing our appearance, regretting our past, or doubting our worth. This inner resistance becomes a major obstacle to tranquility. The reflections suggest that self-acceptance is not about ignoring flaws, but about embracing our humanity. We are a work in progress, shaped by both light and shadow. When we soften our judgment toward ourselves, peace begins to bloom inwardly. This inner acceptance naturally extends outward, making it easier to accept others as they are. Acceptance does not mean passivity. We can accept reality while still working to improve it. The difference lies in the energy we bring. Instead of fighting against what is, we acknowledge it fully, then act from a place of clarity. For example, accepting an illness does not mean giving up on healing. It means facing the truth of the illness honestly, without denial or rage, and then seeking solutions with a calm mind. In this way, acceptance becomes the foundation for wise action. How do you practice acceptance? Here are some practical ways to cultivate acceptance. Noticing resistance, becoming aware of the moments we silently say no to reality. Awareness is the first step to letting go, breathing into what is. When facing discomfort, pausing to breathe deeply and allow space around the experience rather than rejecting it. Self-compassion, replacing harsh self-criticism with words of kindness, acknowledging that imperfection is part of being human. Trusting life's flow, reminding ourselves that life has its own rhythm, and often, what feels like disruption becomes a doorway to growth. Ultimately, acceptance is the bridge between struggle and peace. By releasing resistance, we free ourselves from the exhausting need to control everything. Acceptance does not chain us to circumstances. It liberates us to move with them, gracefully and wisely. In accepting life as it is, we open our hearts to tranquility that no resistance could ever bring. Before you exit the page, subscribe to the channel, give the video a thumbs up, and leave a comment to help us with the work we are doing for you. If you haven't watched the previous videos in this series, you can find them in the description of this message. Also, I would really appreciate it if you could share this message with someone who needs to hear and benefit from it. I value you and see you in the next one.